Shut up and sit down.
Hey everybody, welcome to the KF Podcast, KFP Top 5, Best MCU Movie Moments. I want to say thank you for listening. If you just stumbled across us here on YouTube, check us out at kfpodcast.com and the KF Podcast on all your social media platforms. Also check us out, our weekly pop culture review on all our audio show that we do every Friday. Check it out on all your SoundCloud, iTunes, all that stuff like that. So we love top fives here on YouTube, and with the excitement of the MCU coming up and everything that's been going on, we're like, why don't we do a top five with some of these great moments? With me today here, this is Don. I got Brock.
Hello, everyone.
And I got Justin.
Hey.
So we're doing a top five. I think the criteria that we came up with here is it's got to be a movie moment. Mm-hmm. So this isn't like anything from the TV shows or the Netflix stuff. And we didn't want to go, it couldn't be very large. It couldn't be like, like the whole Civil War fight airport scene. Like, okay, well, that's a big scene. A lot of cool stuff happens in there. So we wanted to break it down to like 5 moments that you just think were the best. They were the most awesome to you. Now, Justin, you believe what? That we're all going to have the same number one?
I believe that our number ones will all match.
Okay.
Within it'll I there's a moment I think it's going to be close. It may not be the exact moment, but it's going to be within the same.
Okay. Yeah, these were easy for me. Did you think these were hard, Brock?
I had a hard time picking, because I didn't want to pick one obvious ones. I didn't want it all to be battle stuff either. Kind of wanted to try and spread it out.
Yeah. I just looked at all the movies and I'm like, that's my spot. Yes, I love that part. Yes, I love that part. And it was...
I found this a little difficult too.
He was stressing out over it.
My number one and my number two were easy. I had my number one and my two right away. But narrowing down 3, 4, and 5 was a little difficult for me.
Okay. Well, let's start it here with number 5. All right, this is number 5.
Number 5.
This is our 3 moments, what we think is the greatest. We're going to start with Justin. Justin, reveal to the world, or to the 10 people, your number 5.
My number 5 is from Avengers Age of Ultron.
Okay.
Ooh.
The Hulk versus Hulkbuster fight when they actually punch and meet fists and they cause the explosion. And
all right, that's a cool scene.
I love that whole fight because there's little quips of Tony saying stuff to Hulk, trying to calm him down and saying stuff about Banner, and then he's like, nope, don't bring up puny Banner, and
go sleep, go sleep, go sleep, go sleep. No, that was good.
That was the whole scene was great, but from that scene, the fist bump, if you will, was the best moment from that one.
All right, that's pretty cool. Brock, what do you got for us at number 5?
My number 5 comes from Captain America: The First Avenger.
Okay.
It's when Scrawny Cap is hanging out, and the guys were taking down the flag. And then after everyone's struggling, fighting over that, he just goes over and pulls the pin.
And pulls the pin, and falls down and takes the flag. Yeah.
That's my number 5.
That's a good scene.
Just it just shows his outside the box thinking and why he's the leader of the team.
Yeah. I like it. So my number 5 comes from Avengers Infinity War. It's the moment Thor arrives in Wakanda with Groot and Rocket. I love that.
The lightning
and he lands, and our 3 of them are standing there, and the excitement with everybody, like, oh shit, you're gonna get it now, and that was a cool scene. I surprisingly really like Thor scenes. I have a couple. It's all Thor's for me, but he's not even one of my favorite characters. But I love that scene. Rocket, Groot together. That was a cool moment in that. And that was one of my favorite moments in that movie.
Cool.
All right, let's move on to number 4. This time we'll start with Brock.
My number 4 comes from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
And it's the prison breakout scene.
Okay.
Whenever Groot just goes off script and he does his thing before they're ready.
Before they're ready to go.
And pulls that thing off the wall. and then it's just all chaos breaks loose.
That's a cool scene. I like. Is that when he's like, you got to get that leg?
Yeah.
From the one guy, and he's like, I didn't really need the leg. I just wanted to. That was a cool scene. What do you got, Justin, in at number 4?
Number 4 is Captain America: Civil War.
Okay. When
Spidey steals Cap's shield.
That was cool. That was really cool. Remember when we saw that first in the in the trailer?
I wish they had spoiled that.
Yeah, it was like the end scene. And we were like, holy shit, Spider-Man's there, and he steals the.
Yeah.
Hey guys, take the shield.
I wish they would have kept that as a surprise because that was a good moment.
That was to build some hype.
There was another moment that I left off my list specifically because it was spoiled in a trailer.
Okay.
We're doing honorable mentions, right?
Yeah, we'll have some honorable mentions. So my number 4 comes from Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and this is known as the before we get started, would anyone like to get out? When he's in the elevator, okay, and he realizes that these guys are all out to get him. He's like, just wanting to let you know before we get started, does anybody want to get out? Then he beats the shit out of all those guys. And I love that scene. It goes out the window. I just love the line. Does anybody want to get out? And they're all like, oh shit. And that's a great Captain America scene for me. All right, so now we're going number 3. I guess I'll start number 3 then. We'll just kind of go out of order here a little bit. Number 3 for me comes from the first Thor movie, and it's when Thor comes back from the dead with the hammer when he's fighting the Destroyer. I love that scene where he's battling Loki and they think he gets killed, and then like he lays down, they're all upset, and then he just puts the hand out and the hammer takes off. And as soon as it lands in his hand, he gets all energized, and then that's when like Natalie Portman's like, oh my god. And he's all cool looking and beats the shit out of him.
He gets armored up and all that.
He gets all armored up. I love that scene. Every time I watch that movie, even if it's like on TV, I'm like, I gotta wait, at least get to that part.
That's all the way at the end.
It's all the way at the end. I gotta watch it. It's a great scene. Justin, what do you got for number 3?
Number 3, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. When Peter at the end, when Peter and the Guardians control the Power Stone to beat Ronan.
Okay. See, we're all kind of different here.
Yeah, I'm surprised at the diversity.
We're all kind of different. That's a cool scene when they do the. Is that like right before they do the dance off? Then they all start joining hands. You see little Rocket's hand come.
Yeah, when Peter dives to grab the stone and Gamora yells, "Peter, take my hand!" But the specific one for me is when they flash on Peter and his eyes are like purple and he's just tearing shit up.
Then he gives "We're the Guardians of the Galaxy" line.
Yeah,
it's cool. All right, number 3. Number 3 for Brock. What do you got?
I have when in the Avengers, whenever Captain America turned Hulk loose. And he says Hulk smash, and then he just goes crazy and just starts grabbing things out of the air and smashing them into buildings.
When he's giving out like the orders. Do you like the whole order scene?
I like that whole scene, but I liked it especially whenever, because that's the only time Hulk was cool in a movie to me. Whenever
he was like Hulk smash, and he just goes nuts. Mm-hmm. That's a cool scene. All right, number 2. Brock, what do you got for number 2?
I have the snap as number 2 from Infinity War. Thanos' snap.
The snap is a cool scene. I think we were all pretty much. I think the thing I like most about that scene is I like Bucky's death. Mm-hmm. Like the way he was like something's wrong and he just goes down and it was pretty shocking. It was pretty shocking.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to take that many people out, but they did.
They did.
Give them credit because you don't know comics. People left that theater like, what just happened?
People were stunned. Yeah. Are they all dead? Did they really just die? Are they really all gone? Is it over? I'm like, no, they'll be fine. Just wait till next year.
No, we don't know that for sure.
You don't know that for sure. Justin, what do you got for this? What is this, number 2?
Yeah, this is number 2. From Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
When Thor embraces his power as the god of thunder and slams down in the ball of lightning on the Bifrost and just starts tearing shit up to Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song. It's amazing.
With the one eye. It really overpowered Thor in that one. They really made him...
They did.
Go crazy. And he's shooting the lightning and knocking everybody down.
Yep.
I am so stunned that we haven't had any repeats yet.
Yeah.
Number 1 may all be the same, but
we'll see.
It's going to be great. So my number 2, for me, it comes from Captain America First Avenger, and it's when he returns when they all think he's dead. They thought like he died, he went off and got Bucky and the rest of the guys, and then they're all like, oh, shouldn't have sent him, and they hear that rumbling, and he comes walking into into the camp with the shield on his back with everybody behind him.
Okay.
I love that scene. And they're like, and like Peggy Carter's all excited. Tommy Lee Jones is like, that scene for me was so great when first time I saw that movie. I'm like, yes. He comes back and he has the outfit on. It looks cool. I love that scene. So here we go. Number 1. We're going to start with Justin because I want to hear what his number 1, what he thinks we all have the same number 1. Go ahead, Justin. Reveal your number 1.
The Avengers assemble for the first time, the big 360 shot. And I was close because Brock had the end of that scene as his number 3.
So what was your number 1?
My number 1 is the post-credit scene from Iron Man.
Nick Fury.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Nick Fury turning up because that was like, now everything, all this is going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not just a one and done movie. They're going to do the Avengers, and that just got me excited.
See, I was going to go with Thanos the first time you saw him, but I didn't, and I went with the 360 shot. So me and Justin were the same. For me, the 360 shot is like, that's what I was waiting for.
Uh-huh.
When I watched all those first movies and saw them all together, when they first land and they do that whole shot, this is what we talked about, I think, last week on the show, is I want that shot again in Endgame. But then I want everyone in the shot.
Yeah, just pan out further.
And just a huge shot. So,
well, they're going to do something like that because they kind of did that in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the scene where they were guarding the that mechanism thing. So
we really only had one that was similar. Me and you.
Yeah. Well,
Mine
and
was
Brock,
right
because
after that.
that's the same scene. The 360 shot is when Cap starts giving orders.
Yeah, it's right after that. Then he starts giving the orders. You go up there, you fly here. Yeah. So let's do some honorable mentions. Brock, what you got honorable mentions?
I like Justin Hammer's scene at the tech show.
When he comes out dancing? Yeah, that's a great scene.
I don't know why that just gets me every time.
That gets me every time, too. I love that scene. I love it.
Sam Rockwell is great.
No one cares. No one thinks it's cool. It's great.
He's just out there dancing.
I also like the beginning of Iron Man 2.
Uh-huh.
When he's in the plane and he comes flying down and he lands real cool hard and the armor comes off and everyone's that inspires Justin Hammer to try and that dance scene is so great. Every time it's on I just crack up and no one really cares whatsoever.
I think
that almost made my list.
Our line of work, I think we've sat through enough presentations that start just like that.
Yeah.
Like, here we go. Some guy.
He's dancing again. I also like from Iron Man 2 when the first time Whiplash comes in there and he just starts taking apart the one drone, and he's like, "Hey, let me get you some." And he's like, "Your software shit." And he just gets around his firewall just by typing on a screen like that. You can really do that. But it's the only time Whiplash was cool in that movie. And he just starts breaking it all apart. What do you got, Justin? Some honorable mentions.
My biggest one was when again from Ragnarok when Thor and Hulk fight, and Hulk busts out, and Thor's like, "Yes, I know him. He's a friend from work." But I didn't want to put that in because it would have been so much of a better moment if they had hid that. But they showed it right in the trailer.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's another good scene from Ragnarok is when they're. I love the him and Doctor Strange scene.
Yes.
He keeps teleporting into different rooms, and he's like, spilling his beer. He's like, "Stop doing that." And he's like,
And Loki had been falling for 30 minutes straight.
and he's like, "All right." And he just shuts him right out. That's a great scene. Thor Ragnarok has a lot of good scenes. I also like when he's talking to Surtur in the beginning, and he's like, "Sorry, spinning around, coming back around, coming back around," and he finally. That's pretty cool.
My favorite Thor scene is from the first Thor, whenever he's fighting through all the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents to try and get to the hammer.
To the hammer.
And then Hawkeye's like, "I'm starting to root for this guy."
Yeah. Thor has a lot of great moments in it, too. I mean, when he's drinking at the table, slamming the glasses down, and it's pretty good stuff.
I want some more.
But there you go. Let us know what your favorite scene is, what you think is cool. Maybe the next movie will have the coolest scene ever in it. We're going to find out. And we will see. No one mentioned anything from Captain Marvel or Black Panther or Strange or any of that. Strange had a couple good.
Yeah. It's hard to pick one from those movies, though, because Black Panther's just visually appealing all through it.
I do like the Giant Man airport scene.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah. the scene where Doctor Strange goes up against Dormammu, the Groundhog Day scene.
Yeah. That was cool. Alrighty. Well, hey, again, let us know what you think, and we will talk to you next time. Thanks, everybody. Later.
Later.